her mom told her to go upstairs on the second floor of the brownstone and go into her father's old room. And behind the picture, there you can see where the actual wallpaper was sitting on an indentation. So she did. She opened it up, and there was a diary in there. Well, come to find out, in the diary, well, her father was involved in organized crime. And he had a girlfriend with that name who came to him and said that she was pregnant. Well, he wrote everything right down in his diary. He ended up throwing her in the well in the basement and then had somebody come and lay concrete.
And then reviewing our tapes and our digital recorders, we realized that every time we caught that EVP, it was right over this circular difference in the concrete. Yeah. So we turned it over to the police, and they took care of it at that point. So in essence, an EVP solved a 60-year-old missing person case. So kind of cool. Please don't make me explain what EVP stands for. Anyone not know what this means?
I know!
How many people want to hear what EVP stands for?
Come in. What does EVP stand for, Rob?
I tried my best on it.
Thank you!
You suck.
EVP stands. I have to do it again because now we're in HD. So I have to prove it again. Alright. Okay, EVPs. These are when you catch a voice on your recorder that you didn't hear at the time we recorded it. Now we have 4 examples here of different EVPs, the kind we look for. We don't like, a lot of people come up and say, check out this EVP here. That's pretty cool, I guess.
Okay, let's see if we can dim the lights for these. Is it possible to get the lights dim for this? Thank you.
Trying.
I know who owns a Mac and who doesn't. Okay. So the first one, I believe, is from the very first episode of Ghost Hunters. This case was actually done during the daytime, but we still covered up the windows, the darkness, because that's the best way for us to catch both light emitting and shadow type anomalies, to eliminate all light and use IR. But you're going to hear the voice, so it's pretty self-explanatory, so here we go.
Creepy.
Okay, you all hear that all right?
Yeah, I got chills.
We turn the lights down more, we'll be able to hear better.
Oh, I got chills.
But as you can hear, that's clear. There's obviously a voice there. It's close to the recorder. You know, that's what we're looking for. We show this to all these people, and everyone gives us the same feedback on it. You want to hear it again?
Yes.
Pretty great. We're investigating a house in Altoona, Pennsylvania. Her name is Brenda. She had a child, a small little daughter. And some of the claims, actually, when she contacted us, she was really frightened because at one point she had always had these experiences in the home. And she heard her daughter arguing with someone or something. And she opened up her daughter's bedroom door to see her daughter having a tug-of-war with a stuffed animal. The only problem was nothing was on the other side. So her daughter let go of the stuffed animal and it hovered. And then it fell. So, of course, you know, a mother's reaction, a parent's reaction in general is going to be, you know, get out of here, I don't want you here, because you don't know. You don't know if it's interacting with your child on a good basis or if it's being malicious. So, she blatantly said she didn't want these things here. And then when we caught this in her home, she broke down in tears, saying, that's not what it's not that I don't want them. Well, yes, it is. And, you know, it sucks, but you got to tell this thing to move on. And it hit her kind of hard. She was a social worker and she worked with children, so it was a touchy subject.
So that's the kind of EVP we're looking for. Now the next one illustrates, I believe, hopefully, if that works. The next one illustrates another form of validation from EVP, and that's when you get interaction. You ask a question, you get an answer. You ask a question, you get an answer. So here's an example.
This case is a case we were sent on by a church, we didn't hear anything when we were there. We caught this, we caught some strange, what sounded like church music that was going on at one point, some other little things, but this, you know, whether he wants to admit it or not, kind of helped us out. Let us know it was there.
You guys want to hear that again?
Yep.
Yeah.
Woo! All right. I think the funniest EVP you ever got was one where the guy said, "I am not dead." Well, buddy, let me tell you something. Surprise. Sometimes you catch an EVP, and it's not really an EVP because you do hear it with your own ears. It's called disembodied voice, and those are always interesting. So here's an example of those.
Experience everything right when we did, except for a small delay because of Steve's tendency to swear a lot. That's true. Anyway, and we were able to have this happen on live TV, which was great. It was phenomenal. We'll show you the video in just a few on it, but what a great piece of evidence to catch.
Now I'm curious if you got the right amount.
Did you get the right amount of
I don't know. Here we go. It's very close to the beginning. If you say where you're at.
It's called right here again.
Okay, the last EVP we want to show you is just if you're thinking about getting into the field, EVP is an easy way to go. The recorders are cheap. You can sit down anywhere and try it.
Now, guys, also this last EVP, this is in Cali, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this we investigated a home that was right next door to the Sharon Tate murders. The Manson family did, and you know, it's a touchy EVP, and you know, we don't know if what's being said is what we wrote down. It's what it sounded like to us, so it's kind of bothersome, so I just want to give you an early heads up. Steve was in the room talking with some other investigators, and you're going to hear some popping, and Steve actually cracking his knuckles. Now, he never heard the sound, so let's play.
What we want to show you guys is that you know if you're getting into the field, that EVPs can be pretty disturbing. We've had EVPs call us by name and tell us to do things to ourselves and all that stuff. So, you know, this will give you a clean example of what you may run into. So, here we go.
All right, here we go.
So we're not trying to scare you guys, but we just want you to know kind of what you might be getting into.
And the thing is you can hear Steve's just talking normally, so he never heard that sound.
One more time?
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
Oh. Chills.
I guess the majority rules here.
Let's all enthusiastic. Okay.
All right, here we go.
Now, is there an entity that's running around that thinks it's constantly getting murdered? Probably not. It's probably a residual type haunting, and we're hearing, you know, there probably was a traumatic event, and that was something that was imprinted there. It just somehow keeps repeating. So that might offer some comfort for you guys. All right, EVP, it's good fun. All right. Praise God.